If you've been injured, the insurance company that you hear from is not there to help you.
Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Liliana Valdez has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 3 counts of exploitation of an older or vulnerable person and 10 other counts related to her use of credit, debit cards, and checks she allegedly stole from residents of Inspiration Senior Living in Pahrump. According to the arrest report, the son of a 96-year-old resident filed a police report February 25th alleging unauthorized transactions on one of his father's credit cards. On March 7th, the Nye County Sheriff's Office began an investigation at Inspiration Senior Living. An allegation was made that Valdez, who was working as a caretaker at the facility, had taken credit cards, debit cards, and checkbooks belonging to elderly residents. Detectives discovered video surveillance that showed Valdez using a stolen credit card at Big 5 Sporting Goods in Pahrump, and with that evidence, she was placed under arrest. The next day, March 8th, detectives obtained a search warrant to search Valdez's residence. During that search, officers found 2 checkbooks that belonged to a 91-year-old Inspirations resident who had recently died. Officers also found a receipt showing Valdez had written herself a check for $2,000 cash to herself. Officers also found receipts for Rent-A-Center where they say Valdez had used the personal information of another recently deceased resident to unlawfully obtain goods in the amount of $1,600. When speaking with Valdez, who was already in custody, detectives say she admitted to taking a credit card and using it, taking the checkbooks and writing checks, and using a deceased resident's personal information to obtain goods. Detectives say Valdez also admitted to entering her bank and attempting to cash a fraudulent check. In a written statement, Inspiration says the safety and well-being of its residents and associates is its top priority. The statement goes on to say that in accordance with Inspiration's standard employment procedures, Valdez had successfully passed a background check prior to beginning her brief employment.